Hi there, everybody. My name is Thomas Page, and I'm here to talk to you from the transgender rights movement today about the US Census Bureau and the upcoming US Census. Um, a short time ago, I was already starting to consider how we might be able to boost some of the trans statistics in the country. And one of the main ways to do that is to include trans people in the US Census. So imagine how ecstatic I kind of was when I received one of these random guys in the mail. These were mailed out um, probably to about 10% of the population or something like that. It was just sort of a random mailing. And this is the US Census test for 2016. And I'll explain what that is. Basically, the US Census Bureau, before it sends out the actual US Census, sends out what they call the census test. And it's a subset of the population. It's an opportunity for people to contact the US Census and say to them, you know, this question or that one's not that clear, or, you know, certain demographic things may need to be changed and things like that. So that's sort of what the US Census Bureau is open to when they put out the US Census test. So I received it, and I went ahead and from this little guy that you get in the mail, you can go online and you can actually fill everything out. I'm going to give you right here so that this is, as far as I understand, the people that it was sent to really are supposed to respond, but it's also possible to participate online at this website right here. You can see that. I think it's backwards. Sorry about that. But I will tell you that it is https://survey.census.gov. So if you go there, it'll ask for a login number that you get when you get the mailer. But I think there's also an option to participate if you don't get one. And I'll tell you why that's important in a moment. So I went online, I took the survey, and the first question that it asks when it comes to personal questions, aside from the household questions that are asked, it asks you what your sex is, male or female, and there's only two options. And so I thought to myself, well, maybe if I skip this question, I can, you know, maybe there's some way to write in or something at the end. And so I skipped the question, and at first it told me I had to answer the question. And so I kind of sat there for a moment, and then I clicked to advance it again, and it actually allowed me to advance and not answer the question. So if and when you do take the survey, take note of that. You don't have to answer the male or female question. So moving on through, I get to the end of the survey, and it turns out that there actually is a phone number that you can call if you have questions or comments. And this is the phone number right here. This number is 1-866-226-2836. I actually read that backwards. That's my dyslexia. I really do have it. Anyway, so as I was saying, I got to the phone number, and so I called in. And I said, you know, I was wondering about whether there was going to be any issue because of the fact that I didn't put male or female. And so I talked back and forth, had a long conversation with a very nice woman who gave me actually some folks to contact over at the ACSO. And the ACSO is the American Community Survey Data Users Group, which is, it's a long name, but these are the guys that work with the US Census Bureau and other large data collectors, and they basically work on quality control in a lot of ways. So, you know, if you have questions about the survey, then they're the ones that you contact. So I was given their email address, which I'll also give to you here. I'll put all this stuff in comments also. But here's their email, which is acso.users.support.gov. And again, I'm sorry about the backwards wording. But as I was saying, so I contacted them via email, and actually I was surprised. I received an email back from the ACSO almost immediately, and they said that they're very interested in working with us to see what we can do to make the US Census more trans inclusive. And so what we're hoping for is at least to maybe create a US Census coming up this time around that has maybe a third box that you can mark other than male or female, which would be nice for not only trans folks but also intersex folks. It's just a question of what we would call that box, you know. But hopefully, you know, some of the work that we're doing here is going to help to advance that. And what we would like you to do is get online and, you know, if you get one of these, I also got this this mailer. So this is the test mailed to you, and actually on the first page here, when you open it up, it asks you to check the male or female box, and this is actually a great opportunity to write in a comment, you know, because it's right there. And you know, you can send it back in the envelope they gave you, so it's not like it costs you anything to do it. So if you do get one of these census tests, whether you're trans or an ally or somebody else, you know, give them a call or give them an email. Send back this paper census with your comments on it, the census test, and you know, we might be able to actually create some change here. We're definitely working on creating a petition to the US Census to change this. So be on the lookout for that. I'll definitely also post that in the coming days here as well. So hope you're all having a great Sunday, and thanks for listening. And questions, comments, anything else, just let us know and we'll see what we can talk about here. All right, thanks very much. And if you're an organization or an ally or anybody else who's interested in jumping on this and getting involved with it, just let us know and we'll see also what we can coordinate. Thanks again. Take care.